welcome back to my channel. In today's video, right, as you can see by the title, it's going to be like a little quick girl talk because I think it's very necessary for us to know these things, right? And a lot of the times we know these things for ourselves, but we need to be reminded. So this video will be strictly dedicated to that. Like, we're just going to touch on a few topics like confidence, like how to handle toxic friendships, toxic relationships, talking about what else, personal growth, and yeah, we'll just be talking about those things. Like, if I remember any more, like, I'll just talk about them like as I go on, right? The first thing that I want to touch on is confidence. You see, as women, there is so much that we have to pay attention to, things that we wouldn't even think from before, right? So how we look, the way we speak, you know, how we look, that would account for how we carry ourselves. So how we dress, if we wear makeup, if we have acne, if you want to always be in nails, stuff like that. So it's very important for us to know who we are as women, as individuals, maneuvering this thing called life, because nobody has a manual. Nobody knows like how exactly we should do this. Like, we're just doing our best each day that we go on. So I think it's very important for us to live for ourselves and just know who we are and be the best person we can be. A lot of emphasis, especially because we live in an age right now where social media is this huge thing. We live in an age where we see people who, the beauty standard is always changing. Let me just get that out there. It's always changing. So it's very difficult for different people. Yes, we are different. You have different body types. You have different hair types. You have different skin types, different complexions, different everything. So it's really hard for us. Like, a lot of emphasis is placed on us women. Whether you're too thick or you're too skinny or you're slim thick, it's very easy for us to get caught up as to what people deem as beautiful. So it's best for us to know ourselves, love ourselves for who we are, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to improve on how you are. Like, for example, myself, I'm slim, right? There was one point in my life in 2020 where I gained a little weight and I was like 150 pounds. I had more ass, I had more hips, I was a lot thicker, right? And I loved how I look, but at the same time it came with a lot of belly fat that I wasn't used to, because I'm slim. I've been slim all my life. It came with a lot of belly fat that I wasn't used to. My clothes weren't fitting anymore. So it was kind of difficult, but at the same time I liked how I look, right? And now being slim again, still slim but slimmer. I don't have ass, I don't have hips, I don't have none of that. But I would find myself feeling uncomfortable within my own skin a lot of the times because I want to have a bigger butt. I want to have wider hips. I want to be a little bit thicker. But at the same time, the reason for that is because my weight fluctuates a lot, right? Whenever I'm menstruating, I don't eat as much, so I lose weight. There are just some times where my appetite is not there. I don't eat. And in order for me to maintain, say, a little bit of weight, I have to work out all the time. And because I'm sick, I have trouble with migraines, I'm not able to work out all the time because of that, right? But at the same time, I still love me. A lot of the time people dare me talking about they love my confidence, how I pose, how I take pictures, and they want to be like me. But it's very important for us to not pay attention as to what other people are doing, because you never know what somebody is going through. Most of the time when I create content, I'm going through something, and I do that to feel better about myself because I'm insecure a lot, you know. I'm very insecure, but a lot of you would not know that because of what I portray. So it's important to not want to be like other people, You never know what somebody has going on in their personal life, and that could account for people who you see on social media. They have the fancy cars, they have the latest gadgets, they have the latest fashion trend in clothes, like all of that. You never know what they did to get it. You know, you never know what sacrifices, you never know what things that are like things that are, it's like they don't have any morals. A lot of them have to do these things in order to front and to show off on social media. So it's very important for us to not get caught up in that and to just love ourselves the way we are. We're humans, it happens, it's natural, it's fine. But it's just important for us to know who we are, pay attention to that, and just want to improve. Because yes, I want to gain weight, but at the same time, I know that I have to be consistently working out in order for that to happen. I have to change my diet in order for that to happen. So there's nothing wrong with wanting to improve. If you want to get slimmer, just know that you have to work out, change your diet too, to lose weight and to get to the desired goal, the desired figure that you want. Just put in the work to get to where you want to be, and to just love yourself. Love yourself. If you struggle with acne, just try to find a way to combat all of that. I have acne. All of my acne, well, most of it is hormonal, right? Right now I have spots underneath this makeup. I have to cover my dark spots because it makes me feel insecure. I don't want to go to certain places. I don't want to be in people's company if I don't have on makeup. Why does it have to be like that? It's just because of the age, like I mentioned earlier. It's like what we're in right now, what we have to do. But it's just important for, even if you want to wear makeup, wear it because you love it. Wear it because you want to improve on what's already there. Like, there's nothing wrong with makeup, you know? Just, know your limits, know yourself, because once you know yourself, you can do anything. Like, nobody is going to get beneath your skin once you know yourself. So just practice self-love on all different levels. It may take a while, trust me, but as long as you start, as long as you put in the work, then you should definitely get to where you want to be. The next thing that I want to talk about a little is toxic friendships. And this is because I've recently experienced like 2 situations, right? One of them was with a girl who I've known a longer time versus the other. But it's just important for us to watch who we call friends, watch how much we open up to these people, because a lot of them are just waiting for a moment for you to fail in order to, dwell off of that failure, It's important to be a good friend to people who are you can depend on, right? You can depend on them. So what had happened was that I don't really want to get into it a lot, but what had happened is that I would always be there for this person, this one of them. I would always be there for her without her even having to ask me to be there for her. And I would see where like she shows more love to some of her other friends versus me and another girl, right? Now with that, I don't really watch certain things, but when you're not really pay attention to certain things, but then someone just clicked in and then you just start observing it out of the blue, and you see how they treat other people, you see how much they show them love versus you who's always there for them, right? And the thing is, I spoke to her about it and she let me know what was the case, but I still feel like it's not an excuse, because if I feel some type of way, it's going to be valid, right? Like, me not just get up and feel so out of the blues for no reason at all. Like, whatever I'm feeling, whoever is, your feelings are valid, right? Your feelings are always valid. Always remember that. No, I spoke to her about it, and it is what it is. I'm not saying we're not friends anymore, but we're not like we used to, because we have not really spoken after that. After our conversation, we have not spoken. because I feel some type of way. Because if anything, like in the past, I'm me you'd call upon, and then because of me knowing how you are with certain things, a lot of the times I just offered myself to you, you know, as a service to, you know, assist with certain things, you know. But I would see where you put others before me. I don't like that. It made me feel some type of way, right? It made me feel some type of way. And yes, she might not have meant anything by it, but it is what it is. So it's very important for us to know our limits whenever it comes to people. Don't make nobody take it as a walking stone, right? Know your limits. Observe. Not because it's your friend means that they won't do you dirty. Like, I've seen so many stories where people friends like turn on them. Like, I was just on Instagram live just a while ago, and I mentioned where I was giving a story time on, you know, how I got cheated on when I was in university. And I remember, like, after I found out I was cheated, like, my ex cheated on me. The other girl that I mentioned, she said to me, she did see something. She saw where it's like that was happening. She saw where he was potentially cheating on me. And she didn't say anything until after I found out that he was cheating. She was like, "But I think you didn't know." And I'm like, at the time she said I was like her only best friend. So I'm like, if you see something like that to your best friend, you could be wrong. You know, come to me and whisper and say something to me for me to even go and investigate it. You're going to wait until after it has been proven that he cheated, that you're going to say that to me. You're not a good friend then, right? Nobody's obligated to tell you anything. That's the truth. But at the same time, if you have me as your friend, you come to me with anything, open up to me about anything at all, you should be able to come to me and tell me something like that, because you value our friendship. You don't want me to get hurt, right? So it's just important for us to know our limits when it comes to people, when it comes to anybody at all. Knowing to stop, knowing to say no, that is very important. Knowing to say no, because people will take advantage of you, and that's just that. The next thing I want to talk about is growth, individual growth. Like I said, this is a rather quick video. It's very hard for us young people. It's very easy for us young people to get caught up in this world as it relates to anything, right? It's very important for us to know who we are and know what it is that we want. It's also very easy for us to feel like we're moving slower than, you know, or other counterparts. It's very natural. What's important is that you know who you are and you know what it is that you want out of this life, right? Whatever happened for somebody that you know, if it happened for them in 1 month, it might not happen for you in like a year, 2 years. But that should not mean that you're not also going to be successful. You're not also, you know, you're not going to achieve certain things because it's taking a longer time for it to happen for you. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody's stories, everybody's stories written differently. So yes, you might not have gotten a job right out of university. Yes, you might still be out of a job 2 years after you finish university, and you see where some of your friends get some great positions like after a few months of waiting, of searching, and you feel like a complete failure. Trust me, I understand. Trust me, I understand fully. I finished university officially 1 year in June, and I'm working. I've been working for the company that I'm working for now for 1 year, but at the same time, I don't want to be here forever, right? So it's just that I've seen some of my friends get some great positions. They're getting paid way more than I am, and I might feel some type of way sometime, but I am happy for them. You know, I'm really happy for them. But at the same time, I'm human. I'm like, bro, when am I going to get a different job? And it's not that I'm searching, but I'm just not getting any callbacks, right? That happens to a lot of us. A lot of us. I know this guy, he graduated like a year or 2 years before me. And when I saw him up to late last year, he was letting me know that he still has not gotten a call back. And these people that I'm talking about, they're like people who I know are good at whatever it is that they do, right? So it's not necessarily having to do with you not knowing your stuff. Jamaica, we're in on links. First of all, if you don't know anybody, God help you. God help you. But that does not mean that you can't start something for yourself. I know that's not the case for everybody. Not everybody's built up to be an entrepreneur, to be a business owner. That's fine. But just make sure that you know what it is you want, so that whenever the opportunity comes, you're ready. Right? Take the time to still, invest in, say, learning a new skill, doing something that you love, reading more. You could write a novel in this time period, right? But just know that you're not a failure. Know that everybody has their own journey, and what doesn't happen in a year can happen in a day for you, just like that. Put yourself out there, network, even if it's meeting one or two people in like a month. Keep contact with them, do stuff like that. You never know what opportunities may lie ahead, right? And like I said, if you love to say do nails, you have a degree in forensic chemistry, but you're really good at doing acrylic nails. A lot of these cosmetologists, I don't know if that's the right name, or nail technicians, I see where they have a lot of classes now, especially like for lash techs. I see where they have a lot of classes. If you can invest in learning that new skill, getting certified, and then start a little side hustle out of that, you might be surprised as to where that leads, right? So never doubt yourself. It trust me, it happens. It's natural. You're human, but just know that you have to remind yourself that this is who you are. You have the greatest potential that you could ever have. Use it to the best of your ability, and just keep the faith. Pray, put yourself out there, love yourself, be confident, and whenever the opportunity comes, you're ready to take it and to go right ahead into it, right? Apply for the jobs. You never know when you're going to get a call back. Apply for the jobs, even if it's things that are not in your field. Still apply for them, because common sense dede. You can learn lots of these jobs that train you. So apply for the job. Just know who you are, and you should definitely just live in the know, live in the moment, and make the best out of life, because life is short when you come to think of it. I can still remember me being in my grade 6 class, having classes. Alright, I'm a big 23-year-old, living on my own, paying my own rent, living out here without my parents. 5 years from now, things may be different for me. 10 years from now, things may be different for me. So you're never in one place for too long. Just embrace wherever in your journey that you are. Remind yourself that this is your journey. Things are different for you than they are for your friends, and just be the best you that you can be. Be nice to people, be kind to people. I always tell you guys to be kind to people, right? Drop hashtag be kind to people in the comments to remind yourself that you should be kind, because life is tough on everybody. Some people have it easier than some, but having manners, being kind, takes you far away, takes you a long way, because not everybody has it, right? So comment below hashtag be kind to people if you're with me. Cool. I'll definitely do a part 2 of this if you guys would like, and also I'd really like for you guys to give me suggestions of videos that you'd like to see from me. So drop them in the comments below, and I'll definitely, you know, do some of them, post them so we can interact, talk, and all of that. So that's it for this video. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you follow me on social media. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye.